Join a 4-ship formation with the Yellowbirds.
Getting dizzy.
You're not feeling good?
No.
Not feeling good?
No.
And a nauseous passenger. Al stuck it out, but it was a bit of a mistake for me to try to continue this flight with the distraction.
I would rather to pass out before telling you to go back.
Well, okay. I mean, you don't need to suffer, but okay. Appreciate it. You're definitely a trooper, man. Battle of Britain appreciates you. So it's up to you if you want to like have some water, shake it off, and then go out again in half an hour, or if you just want to come another day. But I'm happy to take you for a flight where this isn't what we're doing. Just talking about it makes you be like, no thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Becoming a Yellowbird crew member and learning to fly the T6 Harvard has been the greatest honor of my flying career.
Well, you gone and done it. Now you gotta get this airplane back on the ground by yourself. Alright, Grandpa.
We all have our reasons to remember and honor veterans. This is mine. A large part of the Canadian Aviation Museum's mission statement is to honor veterans by maintaining and displaying a small fleet of warbird trainers. Remembrance Day this year was beautiful weather, and it was bittersweet to watch from the ground at the event. The RV-14 had a snag and couldn't fly on November 11th. The flight that I'm sharing here was over an event to commemorate the Battle of Britain in September. I'm flying the number 4 position with Al as my passenger in this aircraft that we built at the museum. The paint scheme is meant to be reminiscent of the Yellowbirds. We got Dave flying lead in the Harvard, and number 2 is Andre in a Chipmunk, and number 3 is Paul in the other Chipmunk. Al was a huge part of managing logistics for the imports of the parts while we built this airplane.
We zigzag because we have no visibility.
Push 124.7. Yellow 2.
3. Yellow 4.
And Windsor Tower, the Yellowbirds are holding short of 07 on 30. Ready for takeoff.
Yellowbird formation, Windsor Tower, you can take as long as you need on the runway with a right turn out and not above 1,700 feet.
Harness good. You nice and tight.
Runway 07.
We're clear takeoff, 07 right turn, not above 1,700. We will report when we are established in the hold. Yellowbirds. Roger.
I'm not verbalizing most of my checklists because this is Al's first time in a small airplane and I didn't want to inundate him with too much information.
Are you ready to go?
Thank you, Stephen.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I think we're gonna stagger it. I got a lot of power here, so don't wait till I see his wheels off the ground. There we go.
All formation flights start with a very thorough pre-flight briefing, but for this one I didn't film it because I didn't have any help with that part of the process and I needed to be 100% present as a pilot. And this is my first time doing a formation takeoff with the RV-14 chasing a Chipmunk, and as briefed, I knew what to expect, but I was still surprised.
I have so much power, oh my god, so much, too much. There we go. I'm like back to 50%.
Traffic.
You're gonna hear this a lot, don't worry about that.
As usual, I want to clarify that this video is not for training purposes. In fact, this one is kind of a debrief of a mistake. Honestly, I'm going to let it play out in real time, but you can watch how many times I was debating on cutting the flight short, but there was definitely pressure to complete the mission. Although, seeing how badly Al was doing, I should have just cut it off. I kind of cringed looking back at it, how many times I fell back out of position while I was worrying about him, and it definitely affected the flight. And I think I did Al a disservice letting this be his first experience in a small aircraft, so I'm going to take him up soon again and let him fly and just make it an easy peasy, no pressure flight.
Yellow 4, move into the box.
Yellow 4. Yellow 4 is the box.
Lead check. Windsor Tower, Yellowbirds are entering the hold.
Yellowbird formation, Tower Roger, advise when you're breaking out of the hold northbound.
Yellowbirds.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Okay, cool. So I'm the lightest there. Well, I guess the Chippies might be lighter, but the Harvard is very heavy. So any bumps won't affect him as much as it'll affect us.
Okay.
So that always gets interesting.
We were in the hold for several orbits, and it was more than a little bit bumpy, which took a toll on Al.
Getting dizzy.
Are you okay? You're not feeling good?
No.
Not feeling good?
No.
You want to go back?
Oh, no, that's good.
If you're not gonna, I don't want you to get sick. I can get out of here if you want to go back.
Oh.
This is a tough one for passengers sometimes, just because you can't, like, sometimes I let passengers fly.
But obviously I can't let a passenger fly in formation, so I fell back and got loose while we dealt with this.
There's another bag if you need it.
Al was a trooper and he didn't miss the bag,
It happens fast, yeah.
so this won't be gross at all.
You okay?
Tower, the Yellowbirds are departing the hold northbound.
Yellowbird formation, Tower, roger.
You know what it is? You're looking at the planes. It would be better if you look out at the horizon. Just don't look at the planes. They're stationary. That's a tough one for motion sickness.
But at this point, that briefing item is way too late. He's already past the point of no return.
Sorry, that had to be your first experience. Formation is tough. Can be tough on passengers. If you want to go back, we can go back. So you good?
I'm good.
All right, you can tough it out. That's cool. Yeah, just start looking at the horizon. Don't look at the planes because they're so stationary. It's very messy on your brain of like what the sight picture is doing.
Gotcha.
Al took that feedback seriously, and for the rest of the flight, he'll look like he's quite disengaged, but the truth is he's just trying to survive through it and looking off to the side to try to not focus on the airplanes.
Yeah, getting any more neutral or just hanging in there and turning green?
I'm good.
You're good. All right, man. Bonus points for toughing it out.
So despite surviving the flight, he definitely says he enjoyed being there.
Noise on.
To be loud over the target, the Harvard and I go full fine with our props. The Chipmunks are fixed pitch.
Just a slight right turn.
Once we finish here over the target, we can just break it off and go back if you want to get out of here. Like, you don't have to stay in formation and all the rest of it to go down the river. You want to do that?
I can go to the river, that's fine.
I think we're doing 2 circles here over the event. But then I can call it if you want me to break it off. So you tell me how you're feeling, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Feeling better right now.
Okay. You got all the barf out?
I didn't eat much today, so.
Yeah, man. So that's the challenge. You don't want to eat a lot, but you also don't want to eat nothing.
Last pass, make it look good.
Did you have breakfast?
A little bit.
Okay. Yeah, it's a challenge of like how much or how little to eat when we're in formation, or just any kind of flying where you might be in bumps like aerobatics or something.
Okay, noise off. Tower, the Yellowbirds are proceeding to the shoreline in a right-hand turn.
Yellowbird formation, Tower, roger. And where are you going from the river? Are you heading southbound back towards the field, or going to pick it up eastbound?
We're going to head back towards a 2-mile initial for 07.
Yellowbird formation, Tower, roger. Report 2-mile initial, runway 07.
We will report 2-mile initial 07, and just to clarify, we are going to fly the river shoreline the whole way down.
Yellowbird formation, Tower, roger. Just give me a call when you're turning inbound towards the field.
Caution.
Okay, I'll give you a call when we're coming in towards the field, Yellowbird.
Caution. Obstacle.
Ultimately, this flight was about 45 minutes, most of which was in tight formation. It was a lot of work for the crew and a lot to ask for an inexperienced passenger, so again, high fives and fist bumps to Al.
Caution. Obstacle.
Initially, I put this together as a debrief and to give to Al, and he didn't mind me sharing it with Patreon supporters while deciding if it was worthy of a public episode. And ultimately, we decided it was worthy of sharing as a public debrief.
Caution. Obstacle ahead.
Probably the most challenging aspect of formation flying is managing power and all the throttle work when you're not lead.
Lead to 2, can you just cross-check your RPM, let me know what you're at? 2,200. Check.
And flying with dissimilar types makes that even more interesting.
How you doing?
Easy, but
You,
I can't get in there.
you gonna make it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Good job, man. I'll take you some other time where we can just go fly and then you can fly it. It's just this is so precise, there's no way I can let someone else fly it because we have such a small margin here. I have to completely concentrate on the positioning. You can see even just talking, I kind of went low. Brain is like fully engaged here.
And to be clear, this is not something you want to do without training or practice. The Yellowbirds work together a fair bit to stay sharp and current so that we can do events like this safely.
Windsor Tower, Yellowbirds, right turn inbound.
Yellowbird Formation Tower, roger, runway 07, wind now 060 at 7, altimeters 29er, 1, report 2 mile initial, runway 07.
Report a 2 mile initial for 07 for the Yellowbirds.
So it's up to you if you want to like have some water, shake it off, and then go out again in half an hour, or if you just want to come another day. But I'm happy to take you for a flight where this isn't what we're doing. Just talking about it makes me like, no thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. And there is the other Ziploc bag if you don't want to be using the same bag. You're definitely a trooper, man. Battle of Britain appreciates you. So we're within minutes of landing, okay? They're going to split us off, and then we'll break one at a time for landing.
Yeah, Windsor Tower, Yellowbirds are approaching. A 2 mile initial will be configured for a left-hand brake.
Yellowbird Formation Tower, roger, and did you want a full stop after the break?
That's affirmative for the Yellowbirds.
Yellowbird Formation Tower, roger, left brake is approved, wind 040 at 7, clear to land, runway 07.
Yellowbirds are clear to land 07. Yellow 4, go finger left.
Yellow 4.
This clip of the pre-landing configuration change was caught from the ground. The way it works is Dave gives hand signals to the aircraft that can see him, so in this case he's giving Paul the signal to swap sides. Since I can't see Dave, I'm just watching Paul and forming up on him, and that's why Dave's used the radio to tell me when to change. So this puts us in a position to do a left-hand brake where lead will be flying overhead the touchdown zone, and then we all spiral down for a fairly tight left pattern.
Leads on the brake.
Okay, so there's going to be a little bit of G here, okay, but not much, alright?
Yellow lead is landing right.
We each wait about 3 seconds after the previous aircraft has broken left, and that sets up the spacing so that we can all land safely.
How you doing?
Fine,
Almost over, almost over. Yeah, just keep looking at the horizon. You got your air, open your air all the way. Yeah, get that blowing. You guys are good, make your prop switches.
Windsor ground, Skyhawk.
Your belt is good?
Papa Oscar with information on hotel.
Golf Papa Oscar, Windsor ground.
Golf Papa Oscar is on apron 1, rum complete for local VFR to the east.
Golf Papa Oscar ground, runway 07, wind 060 at 7, altimeters 29er, 1, taxi by Alpha, runway 30, contact tower 1247, holding short.
So I'm just going to tighten up the cut here and skip part of base and final because Al was kind of heaving the whole time.
Yellow 2 down and safe. Lead check.
And we stagger one side or the other, so in this case I'm landing intentionally left of center line. But I gotta be honest, my landing wasn't great. It's a combination of being tired after that much formation flying, and it's somewhat distracting to have the guy beside you heaving on short final. So again, huge props to Al for sticking it out and making it through the whole flight. As soon as it was safe to do so, I got the canopy cracked and set up so it was open on the pins to get him some fresh air.
Yellow 4, Foxtrot. Sorry, that landing was kind of, but I just wanted to get you down. It was safe, just not pretty.
Oh, you guys finished everything that you had to do?
Oh yeah, we got it. Yep. Was it just dry heaving? Like you didn't really barf too?
Yeah, no, I didn't barf. I didn't eat much.
Yeah, okay. So that's kind of probably part of the problem. You want at least something in your stomach, I think. But anyway, sorry that was a bit rough. But yeah, you toughed it out, man.
I still need
Oh, you're gonna need a minute.
time to get.
You're gonna need a minute.
Together, yeah.
Yeah. That's normal. That's cool.
I was thinking about that. I didn't want to like
Yeah, I should have briefed you better on that. Just so a light breakfast is good, and then some fluids, because you're probably dehydrated right now, and that's not helping. It was a little bumpy, like I said, and then we're in formation. You're probably looking at the planes, right? Yeah, so that ends up, your brain gets confused where the horizon is doing, and yeah, motion sickness.
I would rather to pass out before telling you to go back. No, that's not.
Well, okay. I mean, that's
how things are, you know.
Yeah, you don't need to suffer, but okay, appreciate it. And then we try to shut down all at the same time. Maybe the props all stop at the same time. That's fun. All right.
Until the next one, keep your flight chops sharp.
Despite the mess, like, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Fist bump on that. You survived.
Thank you.